Hey guys, Captain Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina with a quick fishing report for your weekend outlook. Well, as you can see behind me, weather is beautiful and we are excited. We're on the backside of a new moon right now, coming up to a first quarter moon around midweek. And then next weekend, we're gonna be on that front side of a full moon. So we got some pretty good moving water right now. We're gonna have even better moving water this upcoming weekend. Through the week, it might get a little stale on us, but things are warming up. Water temperatures are reaching already the low 60s. They were as low as the low 50s, so they're already warming up about 10 degrees, and every day fishing is getting better and better and better, and things as far as the eye can see look pretty darn good. Water is really stabilizing, calming down, clearing up. The winds are really mild right now, so we're looking forward to some great opportunities to do really well out there on the water. Inshore lately, we've been seeing a lot of those trout, redfish, and sheepshead with that colder weather and colder water, but now as things stabilize, calm down, clear up, we should see some of those warmer water trends start to return, like the snook. We've been seeing a lot of snook already showing up this past week as water's calmed down, cleared up, and warmed up a little bit. They're out there sunning themselves, but they've been slow to bite, pretty finicky. But this week, as that water starts to move, as we approach that upcoming full moon, we should see those snook turn on a bit. But right now, trout bite is going really well throughout the entire area. We're seeing trout virtually anywhere you look, anywhere you go, you're going to be able to find some trout. Look for those ambush points where they can pop that passing shrimp or passing whitebait. Also, the redfish bite has been pretty steady throughout the area. We're kind of at the tail end of prime redfish time, so you want to go chase some redfish with some increased success rates. Now's the time to do it. As water warms up and things kind of get more into that springtime fashion, a lot of times the snook start to kind of take over the area from the redfish, and the redfish retreat more, spread out more, and get a little less aggressive. But right now, redfish action is going well around our flats, oyster bars, mangrove shorelines, even some of the dock lines still producing some good redfish action. Also, sheepshead have been biting well, but it's definitely the tail end of that. We a lot of times see those sheepshead recede when that water really warms up and clears up. And we don't really have any cold fronts in the menu for the next week or two, so potentially those sheepshead could retreat back into the back bay and get a little less aggressive and a little less prolific around area structures. So take advantage of the sheepshead now while they're still concentrated and biting well. It is early in the year to be talking about this transition, but it is February and all that, but we don't have those cold fronts forecasted, like I said, so potentially we might see a little bit of an early spring transition, but a little early to call that yet, so we'll hurry up and wait and see, right? Near shore, we've been focused on those hogfish. Like the other species inshore, hogfish, when it warms up, calms down, water clears up, they spread out, they get a little less concentrated, a little less aggressive. So take advantage of your hogfish action now while you can, and they bite best for us in these cooler months in between these cold fronts. We are seeing a lot of lane snapper, and that should stay consistent for us. Lane snapper action going really well, 60, 70, up to those offshore waters, doing real well on the lanes. A couple of the red grouper near shore, but we definitely see more red grouper offshore. Speaking of offshore, the Flying Hub 2 has been crushing it. Both limits of red grouper with a few nice scamp grouper mixed in with some nice mangrove snapper, a few yellowtail, a few vermilions, almacos, porgies, and the mutton snapper. The last trip caught 22 keeper red grouper, a handful of scamp, and 7 keeper muttons. The Flying Hub 2 is crushing it. Our 39-hour trip is going to return February 21st. We're super excited about the return of the 39-hour behind dry dock as well. So get out there and take advantage of this gorgeous weather. Get out and go fishing, and don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy.